Hello, tile friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Tile Money Podcast. My name is Luke Miller, your host. This podcast is strengthening the tile industry. We're doing this with our business education designed for contractors by contractors. This education is assisting tile contractors around the world to build sustainable, profitable businesses. The result is a stronger industry from the installer up. Today I have Sal Azzolino with me today in the studio. Sal is the owner of Argo Tile Stone out of San Francisco. I'm very excited to have Sal with me. He's a multi-generational in the trades. He's very talented. I'm really eager to dig into his business and learn how he's doing out there in San Francisco. Before we bring him into the studio though, I want to thank Laticrete International for being a sponsor of this podcast. I met David Rothberg, one of the owners, the family members who owns the company in late 2018 at the TICE event in Las Vegas. And I had just launched the podcast a month or two prior, and I told him about my idea, which was to educate tile contractors specifically for their business via this podcast. And his eyes lit up and he wanted to learn more, and they've been a sponsor ever since, shortly after that day. So thank you, David. Thank you, Ron Nash, and the entire Laticrete team for being so incredible and for being so supportive of tile contractors and recognizing our position in the industry and the importance of strengthening the tile installer, small business owner company. Thank you so much. I also want to thank TileNation, put a plug in for my new company. I have 3 partners with TileNation, and we are offering and providing advanced education for tile contractors. We're doing this with physical porcelain panel training classes, a 3 and a 5-day training class. We have a 5,000 square foot warehouse located in Omaha, Nebraska. We also have some digital opportunities as well. Visit thetilenation.com to learn more about our educational offerings. Stay in touch with all things Tile Money by joining our texting service. I'll text you twice a month to let you know about upcoming opportunities. All you have to do is text the word TileNation, one word, TileNation, to the phone number 877-630-3260. 877-630-3260, TileNation. What's up, Sal?
How's it going, Luke?
It's going great. Yourself?
Great, living the dream.
Nice. I hope I didn't butcher your name too bad there.
No, it's good. Azzolino.
Okay. Just got to say it quick. So, listen, thanks for being a guest on the podcast. Where are you at? What do you do? How long have you been doing it?
So, my family growing up had a business in Hayward, California in 1988. My dad got 20 containers of marble shipped from Italy and kind of plunged himself into the stone business. Prior to that, he was a contractor and still a contractor. Mm-hmm. We worked together. I work under his license. I am not yet a licensed holder myself, but sure, do everything to spec and trade recommendations. Mm-hmm. So from 88 to 2008, VAP was in existence. We had a 20,000 square foot warehouse with all the marbles and granites that sold in the late 80s, early 90s. Crema Marfil, Rojo Alicante, all these standard colors that nobody wants anymore.
Yeah.
And they had bought their first saw, got guys to come over and work, and at one point there was 20 guys working for us and 6 trucks going out every day, and tons of 12 by 12s being installed.
Nice.
So
they started in the slab business, like countertop slabs.
Yeah,
things of this nature, and then
tiles. So all the tiles and slabs all came at once.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So like lots of 12 by 12 marble.
Yeah.
Okay. Got up to about 20 installers, you said?
Yeah. I think at the highest point.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we always had in-house fabrication. So we had 2 bridge saws, a polishing machine, and I ran the water jet after high school from 2004 to 2008 when they closed.
Okay.
Yeah. So within that time, I did AutoCAD training. So like crash course in AutoCAD, and learned a lot of mechanical things at the time because I had to change seals on the pump and change the head out if it crashed and stuff like that. So always in the manufacturing side. And so after high school, I started working there. I lived there. I actually lived at work for a little while. It was tough.
Yeah.
Waking up to like dust every day.
Man,
yeah,
that's rough. So was that like just circumstances, I guess, huh? That was just
no, I just wanted to get out of the house and be on my own, and just happened to live at the shop for like 2 years.
Yeah,
it was good. I had a nice little apartment there.
Yeah.
We had a really nice shop, actually. It was we did our whole entry with kind of this peacock feather design, where it started from a circle and then it was ringed out in 3 different colors of granite. There was like 50 slabs on the floor, something like that.
Wow, that sounds awesome.
So from that point, I after they closed, I went on my own. I went for metal fabrication because all I knew was a water jet at the time. So I ran an Omax for inland metal for a little while, and that was cool. It was very robotic. Like I get there at 5 a.m., punch in, they give me a list of stuff to do. I cut my projects and do that for 4 days and have a 3-day weekend. It was not my
not your jam. Yeah.
I didn't really like it too much, so I left there and rode motorcycles a lot. So dabbled in the motorcycle industry. There's no money in there. Did sold bikes. Then I worked for a website selling parts, where I became really familiar with how websites work and commerce. I did shipping. So after a while, I just figured I should go back to tile, and I started working at a showroom selling tile and slabs, and they were running fabrication out of the shops, and I was selling a lot of kitchens. So I figured after 2 years, I said, let me do this on my own.
Yeah.
So I found a place in San Francisco in the design area. Thought it was going to, because it was there, I thought it was going to be really successful. So I found a place. I remodeled it, put about 60 grand into it, put floors, changed out windows because they're all cracked. It was a pretty bad building. If you look into my my business Facebook, you'll see pictures of my old showroom. And I had that going for about 6 months. I was running jobs out of there, and the building got sold.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So out of there, I started pretty much installing, going out with my guys, learning from them, and seeing what to do and what not to do. And I've been going pretty hard since I think it's 4 years now, because I only had it open for like 6 months. So 2016, November 2016, I incorporated. And then April 2017, I opened my showroom, and closed showroom October the same year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you think if that building hadn't sold, that you'd still have that showroom, or wasn't it producing?
My problem was running the jobs out of it, because I had no control. I had other people doing my work. And,
right.
Especially tile work, is having somebody else do it is difficult.
So that was detrimental to your business.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So the first year was tough, especially with the jobs that were going. Not many things were going well. And it's kind of a godsend that they sold the place, really.
Yeah.
But while I was there, I made good connections. I became a dealer for many tile companies. Still am. I'm a dealer for almost all the quartz brands, large format tile. And from there, I've basically been going, like, focusing on building my skills. Because I had some skill before. I had gone out with my parents' guys. 15 years ago, we did a house in Chico, and it was like 115 degrees, and I was grouting the roof, and like the grout was drying on my pedal as I was going. Yeah. So, like, I had already kind of had like this bitter thing with the tile setters, and I didn't want to do it at first, but when I started, I actually kind of felt a groove, like okay, I could do this, and kept going.
Nice. So. Yeah. And now how is it? Now, I mean, how do you find yourself?
I feel it's easier for me. I've kind of got my groove down. Like, even the hardest stuff, like this last stupid floor I've been installing, is like not that bad. Like 5 years ago, it would have been a nightmare for me, but not that bad now.
Well, you always have a smile on your face, so it can't be that bad. Yeah. So what does your business look like today? I mean, is it you? Do you have employees?
Yeah, I have a helper, and I have 3 other guys that do my fabrication. So that side of my business is kind of my bread and butter. I do a couple kitchens a week, which is great. We could go in, template, go back, and fabricate, and it takes me about a week to turn a kitchen.
Okay.
So I have
that's not bad.
My customers shop slabs through me. I send the slabs to cutter cuts the templates that my guys go and do. My guys go pick up the pieces, fabricate on a commercial lot that I have in Hayward, and we gotta install.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask about this, not only the sourcing of tile and slabs as a dealer, and kind of what that looks like, how you operate that through your business without a brick and mortar, and then where you're storing that, which you just said you have a lot.
I have a lot in Hayward. Yeah, thank God.
Yeah.
After my parents lost the building, we were able to keep some things that we had, and that
keep the lot.
It's actually across the street from our old building, which kind of sucks because we see it every day, and there's Mission flooring right on it.
Oh man.
Yeah. It sucks.
One of those things. Yeah.
It is what it is.
So you're able to order not only tile, porcelain panels, it sounds like, large format tiles, but also slabs, and just store it on that lot.
When I need to. Honestly, stuff doesn't really get stored. People purchase, I go pick up. Usually the warehouse will keep the slabs for a while, or my cutter will keep slabs at his shop.
Yeah.
So he'll give me like an A-frame.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Just store it all there. Now, are you selling all your tile that you work with, or, a large percent, or?
Sometimes when I have my own jobs, but I have a pool of contractors that call me to do all their tile work.
Okay.
Which is good and bad at the same time, because, if they're always busy, I can't help everyone at once,
Right. Yeah, you can't build out your own contacts. So you're doing mostly, 80% builder work, sounds like.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. And then, like, I had a customer waiting for a year because I had done a bathroom for them 4 years ago, and I was so busy that it took me a year to get to them. They actually had their tile in front of their house for like a month.
Yeah.
when are you coming? I'm like, I can't, we talked about it, but I didn't say I was going to be there right away, and that's what a lot of people do to me. Like they'll cold call me and say, hey, we have a bathroom. Can you do it within the month? And I'm like, no, get in line.
It's like we're talking about next year.
Right.
Yeah. So what, being that you're 4 years, young into the business and everything, what's been one of your biggest hurdles that you've had to overcome?
Finding help. Yeah. It's because, I'm almost self-taught. I had guys that, like the first guy that came to help was from Italy, and he did teach me good things. Before him was the guy that spot bonded, and I let it happen for a while, not realizing what was going on. And so it was that guy it was that guy first, the spot bonding guy first, and then the Italian guy. The Italian guy was using his trowel. We were floating walls. We were doing the right thing. Whereas the guy that was from here, my parents' worker from 15 years ago, was doing that.
The spot bonding.
Yeah. The spot bonding. And not the traditional 5-spot. Like he would dump a whole bag of thin set onto a tile. Yes. Yeah. I'm like, why? Like,
damn.
We're here and there's studs on the wall. Why is this happening? And it wasn't until.
So he was mud setting. He was
coming back and forth. He was the guy that would come work and then leave, come work and then leave. And the last time he left was we had actually gotten into a good flow. We were good, like 2 weeks per, like, most of my bathrooms are pretty intricate. And I'm always working with builders, so 2 weeks was about the time that I had between inspections and finish. And I had gotten into a good roll with him, and it was just an ongoing struggle because I would learn something new and he would stick to his ways, and I would say, hey, we need to mix the thin sets to the right water quantity because it's how it sticks best, right? And no, nothing.
Yeah, you can't tell.
He knew what he was doing, and he would just pour a little bit of water because he liked tough thin set so he could spot bond, and what he wanted to do.
So he was quote unquote mud setting those tiles with thin set.
Yeah,
but it's not made to be over a half inch or whatever thickness the bag specs for.
Yeah. And it would just it was also take forever, even though he was doing that, and
he was slow too.
He was kind of fast actually because he'd been doing it for so long the same way, it was weird. So
yeah, he had it down.
I kind of after a while, I just told him, please don't do that anymore. Don't do it in front of me.
So
let's do things right.
Yeah. So how do you? I mean, that's a hard decision to make because it sounds like he'd kind of been.
Well, I had to kind of bend him. I had to keep pushing him to do things right because he wanted to get in and out and make his his money for the day. And like, okay, well, why don't we just shim the wall if we're going to use dent shield, or why don't we float the wall? But I was new. He wouldn't communicate with me. It was kind of a struggle in the beginning. But now that it's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
I can somebody now.
Yeah. So what are the main qualities you look for if you're going to hire someone? Let's say you wanted to hire an apprentice.
Oh, I like somebody that doesn't stop moving.
Somebody who's ready to go.
Yeah. If I see, like, if I'm working doing something and the guy is just standing there on his phone and
hanging out,
nuts, man. Like I had guys that did that and didn't last.
Yeah.
I'd actually tried out this guy last week, and he said that he knew how to float. He wasn't from here. He just started taking the mud and pounding it on the wall without pushing it in. And I'm like, dude, you can't do that. It's not the same way that it is in Europe. that it is here. You can't. We're doing this like for tile, and it needs to last a long time, right?
Yeah.
So that didn't work out, and he ended up floating a wall out of plumb. So
Yeah.
yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, you gotta look for what you want and eliminate them. Eliminate them quick is what I always say. You know, fire them, hire quick and fire quick.
Exactly. If it's not working out within the first week, then you know. And he was weird because he kept talking about money the whole time. And I explained to him, I'm like, dude, you don't have a car, you don't have tools. Why do you think I'm going to give you the rate of a tile setter would make here?
Yeah.
If I have to beat.
Yeah, pick them up. And all this stuff. Yeah. Does that work with you?
She came today. Yeah.
Nice.
My helper is just had a kid, so he's at the pediatric.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Pediatrician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So this whole last 2 weeks, he just had the kids. So I've been working here by myself and with him, and I tried that guy, and it's been going not bad.
Yeah.
I'm like 60% done with 2 bathrooms and a mudroom floor.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. It's all small format because these contractors love small format. It's all like penny rounds and 3x6s and 4x4s, and
really,
I like to slap a big slab on the wall and
get done. That's crazy. Why do they like that?
It makes me well-rounded, even though I absolutely hate doing subways.
Yeah,
hate it with a passion. But the walls are nice and flat and should be good.
Yeah. You must do a bit of high-end work in San Francisco, or
yeah, I got a lot of high-end. Last year was my most profitable year. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good installers over there though, right? Am I wrong?
There are, and they all work for themselves.
I know. So how do you differentiate yourself, to your clients and builders? Because there's so many installers.
I try to be a one-stop shop with them. I walk on site and I devote myself 100% to the job.
Mm-hmm.
It's all I can do, really. Do my best.
Yeah.
Show up when I say I'm going to show up, and complete my work.
Nice. Yeah, that's all we can do, right? Is just try to educate them and be different. Are a lot of builders looking for a good tile guy, or they get a lot of bad ones out there too?
I get cold called more than often from builders asking me to do work. Mm-hmm. Instagram, actually.
Oh, really?
It's been great. Yeah,
that's cool. Do you have a lot of issues with people underbidding you or comparing prices?
Yeah. There's always that though.
Quite a bit. Yeah. Does it seem to be less now? I mean, because you're all so busy, or is it still an issue?
I think it's less. I mean, I don't really see it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
People just
most of my customers call me.
They're starting to realize we just need it done right.
Yeah. I honestly, I because I got so backed up with work, my big clients had new apartments for me to do. Mm-hmm. My big clients, and I haven't been able to do it because I have all these other contractors in the queue that I've scheduled with them and got deposits and stuff. Mm-hmm. Supposed to do at that point.
Yeah. No,
you can't say, "Oh, I have to leave and go do this job for a month." And sorry.
No, you got to stick to it. To that commitment.
Yeah.
What I'm curious to hear about some of your favorite accomplishments or something you're most proud of in the industry. I see you. We met at TICE, of course, a couple years ago, and then we saw each other at TICE again. Just a few months ago, or February. And then at Coverings again, and then I know you went to Italy for a big show. So you're obviously very passionate about educating yourself and the industry. What are you most proud of?
I like the name that I've built for myself here.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
And it's important to have 5-star rating wherever. If you type in Argo Tile and Stone, even though on Yelp it says my business is closed, there's another Yelp page that does have a bunch of good reviews. And
Cool.
I'm on Angie's List and House. So what else am I proud of? I guess building my skill as a tradesman.
Yeah.
You know, I get thrown all kinds of stuff at all times, and floats don't go well, or a pour doesn't go well, and luckily I've had enough training to kind of take what I have and make it work for me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what? The name, I love the answer. You're proud of your name that you built, because it's like a name is only so good as the reputation, right? So that's all we have at the end of the day is our reputation. That's really cool. And you're obviously, building a reputation within the industry just by showing up and asking questions and, really proving that, hey, even though you have this background, you want to continue to learn and continue to educate. And, I mean, it's a necessity, What was that like? What was the trade show? And did you go to Spain or Italy? Or?
No, I went to Italy. And so the first time I went was in 2016, when I went from managing that tile, that slab shop that I was managing to opening my own place, and going to Italy and going to the quarries. And, I went to the quarry in Rome, where they quarry the travertine, and that's all subterranean. So you're driving through the streets, and then there's these tall fences, and you look over and down, and there's a huge quarry. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And then I also went to Carrara and saw those quarries as well.
Nice.
But the show in Italy was really cool. I mean, I had never seen so many machines, so many different materials, and talked to everybody. I went from, the main areas to the Chinese area, the Brazilian area. And I made good contacts from back then that I've actually used last year at one of my projects. And I had a company make mosaic for me in China, which was profitable on my end because, they didn't have it around here. And even though I had to wait 6 weeks, it was worth, I made like $9,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great. That's awesome. That was a good.
That's from the sale.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, 6 weeks isn't bad for something custom like that.
Do that, make double every time from a sale. That'd be great.
That would be nice.
It never happens.
Yeah,
it never happens.
Yeah, once in a while though. It's good. That's cool. So what was it like? I mean, would you say it's like double the size of coverings for somebody who's never been, or?
Oh, it's like maybe 4 times the size. Wow. Because it has like 10 buildings.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's in Verona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Very cool.
You drive into Verona and it's like one of the first things you see. Yeah.
Just huge.
It's huge.
Nice.
Yeah. Then this year we went to Cersei in Bologna. And that's actually like the tile show, and they had all of the there's Montolit and Raimondi and Pigrin and Sigma and all the different tooling companies that we had at coverings. A lot of them recognized me actually.
Oh, did they? Nice. Yeah. That's cool. Small world in the tile.
Yeah,
tile
because
world.
I was like the only American walking around the Cersei. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. How many people, I wonder, do you remember show up to that event?
Well, at least 5,000, 10,000 people.
10,000, yeah, probably more.
A lot.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So where are you headed?
Amazing.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it. It's definitely something I want to do at some point in the future. It sounds like you're gonna keep going back every chance you get.
I may go to Marble Mech this year. Been doing a little too much traveling.
Oh, are you? Oh, is that
Spending
right?
that tile money, man.
Nice. So where are you headed with your business? What kind of goals do you have for your business?
um, so that's something that I kind of struggle with a lot because I want to take the plunge and do this big fabrication shop that my folks had, and I know how to run it the way that I can run it to the best efficiency, but
Hmm.
it's a huge, huge, huge investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least 65 to 90,000 a month
Yeah. Yeah.
of
That's
overhead.
huge.
Yeah,
That's huge.
yeah.
So, but
We're already at like 50,000 with labor.
overhead.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's,
and it's just labor.
that's what you're doing right
Um,
now.
yeah,
Yeah. That's wild.
everybody. I have to feed everybody's families.
Yeah. No, it's the most important
Yeah.
part for sure. So you're working your way up there. Is that something you think you're gonna try to tackle, or you're not
I
sure?
want to, and I don't know if like maybe bringing a partner in would be something that I should think about. Um, but it is a dream of mine to have a
Yeah.
shop again. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet it's
I can only sit tile for so long, you know.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, my knees are already 4 years in. My knees can't take it.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the motorcycles being hit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Prior injuries. That's what a lot of people don't understand. I mean, when you're young, it's like you don't know any better. Even if
Yeah,
people tell you, it's like with me too. Prior sports injuries and stuff just add up, add up, add up, add to the pain, add to the discomfort.
good pain.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
Let's see what else we got here. How about square foot versus day rate, and how do you come up with your prices?
Uh, I uh, I have my customers send me drawings, and I kind of base the drawing like if it's well uh, drawings, site visit for
Mm-hmm.
tile,
Mm-hmm.
um, drawings, straight quotes for slab.
Mm-hmm.
So if I know that I have to go in and prep everything, I'll go check it out. Uh, bring a level, see if I can use boards or not.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's my kind of the defining factor of whether I'm going to charge the float or not is if the framing is all out of whack,
Yeah.
which it always is here. I'm doing mostly remodel work, and the houses I work in are from 20s, 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're tearing out float and you're putting float back in.
I don't do too much demo.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
yeah, the
Yeah.
contractors get it down to studs for me usually. I just tell
Yeah.
them to do that and do rough plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if they have like wainscot everywhere, I tell them just to leave all the drywall off.
Mm-hmm. So you're doing a two coat float up there or one coat?
I've been doing two coat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nice.
I
Okay.
like that.
Is that common for San Francisco area?
I think mostly. I learned doing one coat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
one coat and and not even mixing in a tub. I always mix in a bucket.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
with a
just with a paddle and that's it.
is that
Yeah, it sucked.
yeah.
It
Where,
sucked.
what are you
That's
mixing
how I
now?
learned. Yeah.
You got one of those bucket
But
mixers
now I have a mixer. Now I have
yeah.
that that guy over there.
Oh, okay, nice. An Imer.
Oh yeah, it was worth
Yeah.
it. It
Yeah.
was definitely worth it. Yeah, that last big one when I did those 4 bathrooms, we mixed like 150 bags.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
know the guys out in SoCal are like, why am I not using sand? But I'm not working in a place where I could bring in a truckload of sand.
Well, that's the thing about yeah, I mean, you're working in the city.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no.
the easier the
Awesome.
better.
Yes, of course. If I have to
Yeah.
pay $7 a bag, I make the customer pay $7 a bag.
Yeah. Oh
I'll
yeah.
roll it into my estimates.
Yeah. No, baked mud is definitely the way to go for
Yeah,
sure.
especially
Well,
if it's a small format. You could do You could do boards with large format. That's fine. But doing small, I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how any of them do it. They just have them so tuned or do their shimming perfectly, but I could never get it perfect. So
Yeah.
Float.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a method to the madness for sure.
Yeah. I hope to be at Mud.
Yeah, dude, we would love to get you out there. I'd love to see you at Mud, man.
Yeah.
We always have a good time seeing you in Vegas, so that'd be good. We're gonna have a good show. We've got some good sponsors coming in already. We got Ardex, Ladecrete, Tech, Mapei, Schluter, and Ruby.
Nice.
Ruby's gonna be there. So, and we'll get more sponsors, but those are the ones that have came in here this week. Cool. So yeah, it should be a good time for sure. Well, listen, Sal, I'll let you go. I know you're working. I appreciate you taking some time out of your day to share some insights into your business and the way you're doing things. It was good getting to know you a little more.
Yeah. It's always good to talk to you, Luke.
All right, Sal. Take it easy, brother.
Thank you.
All right, tile friends. Well, if you want to stay in touch with all things Tile Money, you can sign up for our newsletter. Go to tilemoney.com or click on the link in the show notes. Argo Tile Stone. Where can people find you, Sal?
I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
At Argo?
Argo Tile Stone.
At Argo Tile Stone. There it is. All right, tile friends. Stay positive out there. And please, please, please stay profitable, tile friends. All right, we'll talk to you next week.